What's up, everybody? This is Truman with Funky Fresh. I'm coming to you live from your kitchen. What are Funky Fresh spring rolls? Non-traditional spring rolls, never deep fried, baked in healthier oils, located at Sherman Phoenix. But now we're about to be located in your home. Thank you for purchasing our spring roll kit, and we're going to show you how to get your roll home. Let's go.
Now that you got your kit, let's take out all the fresh ingredients and see what we got. First, you're gonna have a red pepper or green pepper, sweet potato, onion, kale, black beans, olive oil, seasoning, spring roll wrappers. You're gonna need a bowl of water, and we got your protein. Now notice some kits, if you did choose the vegetarian or vegan kit, you're gonna have a crispy oyster mushroom. First, we're going to start with the red pepper. What I like to do is I like to hold the red pepper up on his butt and make slices over the side. As you can see, if I'm slicing the side, I'll be able to avoid getting the rib inside of the slices. So I just turn it and I'm slicing the outside of the peppers. That way a lot of the rib is gone. Very important message: do not cut your finger off. So we're gonna put all of our fingers behind our middle finger, called the bear claw grip. Do not put your pointer finger above your middle finger because you will cut it. So make sure you hide all of your fingers behind your middle finger. So we're gonna get our pepper slices, bear claw grip, and we're just gonna slice through. Make sure you watch your fingers, and that middle finger is protecting all your other little fingers. After we slice our peppers, we're gonna dice them in 1/4-inch cubes. Each spring roll kit contains a half of a sweet potato. After peeling the sweet potato, we're gonna lay it on its flat side and we're gonna get to cutting. Now, this is very important. Whenever cutting sweet potatoes, like I said, make sure it's on that flat side. I like to cut one slice down the middle and cut it into 1/4-inch slices. Once it's sliced, I like to turn it and I'm gonna dice it in another direction. So they're roughly 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch long. I'm gonna take my kale, ball it up, and I'm gonna shred it with my knife. Just like the sweet potato, we're gonna take the onion, lay it on its flat side, and make small slices through the middle, horizontally and vertically through the onion. Once we acquire these small 1/4-inch slices, we're going to use those for our spring roll mix.
So this next part is completely up to you. We got everything prepped. We got our chicken cut, we got our sweet potatoes cut, we got our kale diced, we got our pepper diced. So now is what would you like? You got your protein, whatever. You're not using chicken, you use mushroom, you use shrimp, you use whatever protein you like. You use avocado. You go no meat, no anything. So it's completely up to you on this next part of the video. So we're gonna use our secret seasoning. We're gonna saute our sweet potatoes, cook that up. We're gonna add some black beans. Honestly, I like all of these ingredients. I'm gonna put them all in one roll, and we're gonna get our roll on. So what will you do? Take a second and think about it.
So our not-so-secret seasoning is made up of smoked paprika, cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, and sea salt. We're going to take that, do a little bit of olive oil, saute it in a couple of pan until it's nice and tender. Also, I decided to take my onions and my peppers and saute those as well. Now I have my mix, it's together. I have my chicken, my peppers, my kale, black beans, potatoes. Add a little oil to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of our secret seasoning as well. I'm gonna mix it up and we are going to start rolling. Now this is the fun part. We got our mix, we got our spring roll wrappers, and we got our water. We're gonna use our water as a sealant. So I do this a couple different ways. I'm gonna show you all the different ways. I take my spring roll wrapper, I dip just the corner inside the water, and I'm gonna lay it out like it's a baseball field. We got first place, second base, third base, and home plate. I'm gonna take a handful of my mix, or excuse me, spoonful of our mix, maybe a little bit more, and I'm gonna spread it out about 4 inches. I'm gonna take first base, third base, and second base, and I'm gonna make sure I use my thumbs and I use my pointer finger and my middle finger to get it nice and tight. So then I'm pressing down on it. You don't want it nice and loose. And tightly and slowly roll your roll until it's complete. Now, don't be discouraged if your first couple rolls come out a little tight or too long or too short. It's all good. It's all about practice, all about just having fun. The important part is the filling, and the filling's gonna be amazing. So just get better, make sure they're tight, and enjoy the process. Here's another option you can use. So we're gonna use the baseball technique. Instead of using home plate, we're gonna use second base. So we're gonna put our filling, again, make sure it's not too much, in the center of the spring roll wrapper, about 4 inches. And then we're gonna fold over first base, third base, and flip up home base this time. Make sure you roll it tight, and we're gonna roll it upwards. I recommend trying both techniques, see which one works best, and boom, you have a job at Funky Fresh Spring Rolls. There are many ways to cook Funky Fresh Spring Rolls. Today, we're gonna use an air fryer. It's become a hot commodity in most kitchens around the world, and we're gonna put it to the test with our spring roll. If you're just rolling your rolls, all it takes is 400 degrees for 5 or 6 minutes. If you decide to roll these rolls, freeze them, and cook them at a later time, it's roughly 400 degrees for 10 minutes. If you don't have an air fryer, don't worry. You could cook them in a conventional oven at 450 degrees if they're fresh, about 8 to 9 minutes. If they're frozen, about 13 to 15 minutes. And there you go. Hot out the oven, golden brown spring rolls. No matter if you air fry them, if you bake them, if you cook them on the stove, enjoy your Funky Fresh Spring Rolls. Healthier and more responsible. Thank you guys for joining us, and I'll see you next time.